Android application vulnerabilities have become a problem because of Google Play's open format and also because users can sideload apps, removing any oversight regarding the safety of apps. Hello and welcome to War India News Hour. According to research by the Data Security Council of India, India's cybersecurity industry nearly quadrupled during the pandemic, with revenues from cybersecurity goods and services rising from $5.04 billion in 2019 to $9.85 billion in 2021. Rapid digitalization, more regulatory attention on data and privacy, and growing boardroom understanding of cyber dangers, among other factors, all contributed to the surge. Given the buzz and awareness for cybersecurity, it becomes essential to perform reality checks and analyze where the Indian Android app market stars stand in terms of cybersecurity performance. Over the past few years, our dependencies on apps have increased tremendously. India's top 100 Android mobile apps were tested for cybersecurity. These apps have access to so much sensitive data and customers understand the security risk. India is now the number one country globally regarding the number of apps installed and usage per month. With one of the largest user bases and the volume of critical data at risk, it becomes essential to access the security performance of some of the most popular and trusted Indian apps. The research found that some of the most prominent Indian apps lag on even the most basic security checks. Some of the critical vulnerabilities detected in these apps include 79% of the apps were affected by network security misconfiguration. Organizations should keep the minimum information necessary. If eBay wouldn't have stored unnecessary information like dates of birth and addresses, the risk of identity theft after the attack would have reduced massively. Secondly, there were 78% of the apps that lacked sufficient code obfuscation. Java source code is typically compiled into Java bytecode, the instruction set of the Java virtual machine. The compiled Java bytecode can be easily reverse engineered back into source code by freely available decompilers. Bytecode obfuscation is the process of modifying Java bytecode, executable or library so that it is much harder to read and understand for a hacker but remains fully functional. Insufficient obfuscation might lead to threat actors decompiling or reverse engineering the code. There are some mobile app security best practices to mitigate these risks. Like mobile applications must be created in a manner to run in a hostile environment prone to frequent attacks. And given the widespread vulnerabilities detected in Indian Android apps, it's high time businesses adopt these mobile app security best practices. To sum up, ensure your app complies with the leading industry standards like OWASP, that is Open Web Application Security Project, PCI DSS, that is Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, GDPR, that is General Data Protection Regulation, and ISO 27001. This would enhance the security readiness of your app and strengthen the trust among your customers. Now, let us look into today's headlines in War India. Google warns against Italian spyware hacking iPhone and Android smartphones. Google has discovered malware and hacking tools used to spy on Apple iPhones and Android cell phones owned by an Italian vendor. Google identified RCS Labs as the Italian business which targets mobile users on both iOS and Android operating systems using a combination of methods, including anomalous drive-by downloads as first infection vectors, targeting Italy and Kazakhstan users. These firms are facilitating the spread of harmful hacking tools that arming governments that would be unable to develop these capabilities in-house. US Senate passes landmark gun violence bill. The Senate approved a bilateral gun violence bill to curb gun violence in the United States. 15 Republicans joined Democrats in support of the bill, passed with a majority of 65 to 33. The bill will now go to the House for a vote before it can be sent to President Joe Biden to be signed into law. The bill comes with a $13.2 billion price tag, including millions of dollars for school safety, mental health, crisis intervention programs, and incentives for states to include juvenile records in the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. It also provides tougher background checks for the youngest gun buyers, especially those between 18 and 21 years. Parameswaran Iyer to be the CEO of NITI Aayog. NITI Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant is set to leave the government policy think tank at the end of June after his 6-year long term. He will be replaced by former Secretary of the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Parameswaran Iyer, who led the government's Swachh Bharat mission. Iyer took voluntary retirement from the IAS after 17 years in service. Later, he joined the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation as Secretary, resigning in July 2020. Iyer earlier worked as Senior Rural Water Sanitation Specialist at the United Nations. Zomato to acquire Blinkit for $569 million. Online food aggregator and delivery platform Zomato's board has agreed to acquire quick commerce startup Blinkit for Rs 4,447 crore in an all-stock deal. Zomato will issue up to 62.9 crore shares to Blinkit investors, amounting to equity dilution of 6.88% stake on a fully diluted basis at the prescribed preferential allotment price of Rs 70.76 per share. Zomato is also acquiring Blinkit's warehousing and ancillary services business Hot PL for $8 million. Bank manager arrested for diverting money to his online girlfriend. The branch manager of the Indian Bank branch in Bengaluru's Hanumanthanagar was recently arrested for allegedly diverting Rs 5.7 crore to his girlfriend whom he met on a dating app. The police have also named his colleagues as suspects in an FIR. The bank revealed that the funds were diverted to 28 bank accounts of several banks in West Bengal and 2 accounts in Karnataka in 136 transactions. During the interrogation, the manager claimed that he lost the money to cyber criminals who lured him to use a dating application, and the police are verifying his claims. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to Var India News Magazine. You can download the Var India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.